Hi, this is Ruby. I'm going to talk about my inquiry project. Last week, I saw this beautiful piece of art about Northern Lights. It inspired me to pick Northern Lights as the topic for my inquiry project. So, the title of my project is The Northern Lights. Its duration is 4 weeks. Now I will give a brief project description. This inquiry project aims to unravel the mysteries of the Northern Lights, utilizing a multidisciplinary approach. This project combines scientific observation, cultural exploration, and artistic creation. By the end of the project, students will be able to tell what causes the Northern Lights, the places where the Northern Lights frequently occur, and they will be able to create their own piece of art using their creativity and imagination. And ideal grade level for this project is grade 4. Project KUD learning goals. I want my students to learn about the geographic locations where the northern lights are most commonly visible. I want them to understand the properties of light. My goal is to enable them to demonstrate their learning about the northern lights by creating an artwork using vibrant colors and patterns. Project facilitation. I will facilitate the inquiry project of my students by conducting a brainstorming session where students will share their prior knowledge, ask questions, and explore information about the Northern Lights. I will provide them with age appropriate resources. I will connect the topic to various curriculums so that students can gain a holistic understanding of the Northern Lights, connecting scientific knowledge with cultural and historical contexts. Now I will talk about column 1 and 2, curricular identification and description. My first curricular connection is with English language art, and curricular outcome is students will listen, speak, read, write, view, and represent to explore thoughts, ideas, feelings, and experiences. My second curricular connection is science, and its outcome is 4207, observe and describe properties of light. My third connection is with social studies, and its outcome is 4KL028, locate on a map and describe physical features of the Northern Territory studied. My fourth connection is with art, and its outcome is 34VAM11. Use art media, tools, and processes to explore and demonstrate an understanding of the elements of art, line, color, texture, shape, form, and space. Now I will talk about curricular integration rationale. It says that I need to explain how the curricular connections and curricular outcomes identified in column 1 and 2 fit together for this inquiry project. To answer this, I would say the curricular connections and curricular outcomes identified in column 1 and 2 have been chosen because of their direct connections with the theme of the project. The northern lights are caused by the charged particles of the sun. The sun is the main source of light. Study of the properties of light is the topic for grade 4 science curriculum. The northern lights are not visible on all parts of the earth. Therefore, there is a valid reason for exploring the places of the northern lights. Art can become a medium of expression of learning. This project will provide the students with this opportunity. ELA will become a medium for them to elaborate their holistic learning. Now I will talk about column 2 details. I will give a detailed description of the targeted outcomes that I indicated in column 2. And at the same time, I will be telling who will be setting learning goals, who will be creating criteria, and what activities I will implement, and what type of assessment I'm going to do. So first specific outcome description, I picked ELA. Student will listen, speak, read, write, view, and represent to explore thoughts, ideas, feelings, and experiences. Setting learning goals, I picked students. Students will be the ones who will be setting their learning goals. and it will be the teacher who will be creating criteria. And for planning assessment, I will implement the activity of exploring online resources to collect information about the Northern Lights, and students will jot down their ideas about the Northern Lights, and the type of assessment will be formative. And then second specific outcome is science 4207, observe and describe properties of light. Again, students will be the ones who will be setting their learning goals, and a teacher is the one who will be creating criteria. And for assessment, I will be implementing an activity of prism play, where students will use a prism to break white light into constituent colors. They will observe and document the colors of the spectrum produced, and the type of assessment will be formative. Then next is social studies 4KL028, locate on a map and describe physical features of the Northern Territory studied. And students will be the ones who will be setting their learning goals, and the teacher is the one who will be creating criteria. And activity will be map puzzles. Students will be provided with the map puzzles where they need to assemble the pieces to create a map. This tactile activity will enhance their knowledge about spatial recognition. They will be able to tell that on a map which region is located where. Then next is art 34VAM11, use art media tools and processes to explore and demonstrate an understanding of the elements of art, line, color, texture, shape, form, and space. And again, students will be the ones who will be setting their learning goals, and a teacher will be the one who will be creating criteria. And it will include the activity of like students will experiment with various types of color, like color paints, pastel chalks, crayons, to blend and mix them to get the colors of the Northern Lights. And the type of assessment will be formative. And now I will talk about column 3, instructional design for inquiry process. And I will talk about different stages of my project and who will be the leader, and at the same time I will talk about teaching learning strategies that I'm gonna use, and the type of assessment I'm gonna use for that. So first stage is activating, choosing a theme or topic. So leader will be teacher, because I am the one who chose their topic. Taking an inspiration from this piece of art, I chose the theme, so I am the leader here. And my teaching strategy will be discussion. I will talk about Northern Lights to the students, and I will get them involved in a discussion. And the assessment process will be questioning, like the strategy that I will use for my assessment is questioning. I will ask questions from my students to know what they already know about Northern Lights, and what else they want to know about the Northern Lights. Then identifying and recording prior knowledge. It will be both of us, teacher and students, both will be the leaders in identifying and recording prior knowledge. And our teaching learning strategies is questioning. We will be asking questions from each other, enhancing each other's knowledge. And what is not known to them, I will be telling them, and what is not known to me, I will be asking them what do they know. And assessment strategy will be questioning. I will question them. I will ask them various questions just to know where do they stand, what else they want to know. Then there is asking initial questions. both teacher and student will be the leaders, since they are asking questions from each other. Students are asking question from each other, they are asking questions from teacher, teacher is asking question from students. So both of them are the leaders. And teaching strategies will be discussion, because we are discussing about the topic. And my assessment strategy will be questioning. I will be asking them different questions. Then I will talk about my sample questions. My sample questions are: what do you know about the Northern Lights? What causes the Northern Lights? What should be the final product of our inquiry project? So my goal behind choosing this question is to know that what they already know about Northern Lights, and what kind of activities should I implement to enhance their learning. And then there is exploring and selecting sources. Both teacher and student will be the leaders in that. And my teaching strategy will be discussion, and my assessment strategy will be observation. Then planning for inquiry, both teacher and student will be the leaders. And teaching strategy will be collaborative learning. And my assessment will be homework, I will be assigning them the homework. Then I will talk about acquiring stage, gathering, processing, and recording information. So students will be the leaders, because they are the ones who will be gathering, processing, and recording information. And my teaching strategy will be scaffolding, I will scaffold them in their learning. And my assessment tool will be observation. Then focusing the inquiry, so both teacher and student will be the leaders. And my teaching strategy will be deliberate practice. And my assessment tool will be observation. Now I will talk about applying stage. Applying stage, planning to express learning. So students will be the ones who will be the leaders. And my teaching strategy will be reinforcing effort and recognition. And my assessment strategy will be questioning, I will be asking them the questions. Then creating performances, demonstrations, and products. Students will be the ones who will be leaders in that. And my teaching strategies will be scaffolding, I will help them wherever they need. When I feel they are good to go, I will step back. And my teaching strategy will be presentation, demonstration, because students will create, they will demonstrate their learning, and they will present that to the teacher and to their class. Now I will talk about column 4, specific learning resources. In my primary resources, I wrote art, because there was a piece of art that inspired me. Puzzles, because students will be engaged in a puzzle activity to know about maps. Then prism, that is my science activity to know more about the light. Then map, because they are exploring the places where Northern Lights occur. And my secondary resources are online resources, internet, Google, and YouTube. So this is my project description. And I am planning to implement this project inquiry with my students. And hope I'm on the right track. And thank you so much.